All right, man. So today we've got some pretty interesting stuff going on throughout the entire game. We had a brand new patch that was pushed out this morning. And I'm going to be completely honest, man, a lot of crazy things happened. Starting with one of the more funnier things, which is a lot of the dupers were extremely upset today. Unfortunately for them, all blessed scrolls in the game are no longer tradable now. You cannot put them in the market. You cannot drop them, nor can you trade them with other players. They are strictly what you would call an MMORPG world, soul-bound specifically to that character. Obviously, you can go ahead and delete them, but by no means can you sell them in any type of way, unless you're planning to sell them to just like a vendor or something. It was becoming like a currency. It wasn't even essence anymore. It was all about, hey, I want to buy a pterodactyl and I'm willing to offer 600 blessed scrolls. So it was getting really ridiculous. But with that being said, blessed scrolls are now pretty much a thing of the past as far as like trading them and all of that. Now, on the flip side to that, there was also another change that was made, which kind of in a way has a connection to the whole blessed scrolls thing, and that is the unfortunate hit that enchanted weapons got. So you're probably going to log on today and notice that your weapons are sort of doing a little bit less damage. Now it's kind of funny because I say a little bit, but technically they're doing 50% less damage now. If you notice, mine over here is a +7 and it's only technically doing a +60 to it. So yeah, that took a pretty big hit, man. It's kind of unfortunate, but also I'm assuming that it not only had to do with the fact that so many people had a lot of blessed scrolls, and it was just, even if you did soulbound them specifically to a characters, it was still going to become a really messy situation. But I also think that the reason why they did this is due to PvP. I don't know, man. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I know that a lot of people were really upset. The Discord was an absolute mess this morning when I looked at it, but at the same time, it was also kind of funny to see the dupers mad, you know? Now, for the final thing that they went ahead and sort of did here to combat all of the duping and crazy stuff that's been going on, there is now a essence cap. So if you notice down here, I have 16.5 million essence. The brand new cap in the game is 50 million essence. You cannot have anything higher than that. There is a possibility that it may be increased in the future, but as of right now and moving forward, it will remain at 50 million. Now, besides all of that, there was also some other kind of like minor bug fixes. There was fix for unique weapons. I'm not entirely sure what that was about. I don't really know the specifics. And there was also some balancing changes that were done. But anyways, the important stuff here is what I'm leading up to right now, and that is that we finally got our first look at what's coming for the next, or I guess the first major update to the game. So if you take a look at the image that I'm showing you in the background, this is one of the owners, and it was sort of attached to the announcement that was posted in the Discord. And if you really take a look at this, there's something that's a little bit off, and that's this section down here on the bottom right. They're going to be introducing rings and necklaces, and it looks like, I'm not entirely sure what this is. I want to say maybe like a bracer or something like that. But what's pretty cool about it is the fact that you can see that they're all different rarities. I'm honestly not too familiar with what rarity this is. I don't think that that's the shade of blue of rare, but I definitely know that this is epic and this is unique. Could be wrong. Maybe that is the same exact shade of blue of rare, but either way, that's not important here. The point is that we are going to be getting him either craftable or in dungeons. And yes, you heard that right, in dungeons. Because if I go ahead and click up here, there is also another image, which I have not been able to actually get this to replicate myself, because obviously it's been a couple of hours now since this patch was sort of pushed out. But basically what happened here is that this item is called a unique gatestone. The way that this was obtainable by a lot of different people, which I'm going to be honest, it's probably still obtainable. You just have to get really lucky and purchase it extremely fast from the market, because that is currently the only way of being able to get this. But if you notice and read the description to this, it says Gatestone Opening Dungeons Gate. And then underneath it says can be obtained from, and it's blank right now. Obviously, there is no way of getting it because, well, technically dungeons are not in the game yet. But to a certain extent, this is sort of irrelevant. But at the same time, it actually isn't, because you are able to get your hands on it. Now, if you're unaware where the market is, maybe you're new to the game or something, the market is over here in the center of the city. I always call this place a city, but I forget that it's always a town. Either way, if you see my little red arrow down here, that is basically the exact location of where the market is. Opening this is always extremely annoying because it makes a lot of really loud noises. So I'm sorry. It's just going to end up doing that over and over again. But the point is that you will likely have to farm inside of here and just keep an eye out for when it does pop up. It's sold by the market seller. So if you notice, there's some player names here on the right, but then there's also some market seller. That is specifically what you're looking for. Problem is that I don't exactly know under what category it would be. If I had to make a guess, I would say it's probably under miscellaneous. I'm going to keep my eye on this and see if I see it pop up, and I'll probably buy a couple of them. I was going to buy one for the video just off of another player, but honestly, dude, people are taking such advantage of this, and they're selling it for like 70,000 each. I've seen even as high as someone selling it for 500K each, which is just insane. If I'm going to keep it 100% honest with you guys, this item will likely be obtainable inside of the grocery store with every single other item when it does release. But who knows? I could be wrong. Maybe this is going to be a drop from a boss or something like that. Also, if you go ahead and open up your inventory, there is the 4 little things that I showed you guys, which again, I feel like I'm pretty accurate on that. I think it's going to be 2 rings, a necklace, and bracer. Either way, man, some really exciting stuff there. I'm really glad that they're kind of teasing what's in the works right now. It's also kind of interesting that we're going to be getting some new items. And according to them, we're just sort of getting a small little snippet of a much larger system. Obviously, now that we have the gate stones sort of leaking out there, then we have a general idea now that it's probably going to be the dungeon system, which I'm extremely excited for. If you've been in any of my streams, you probably know that I mention it all the time, but only time will tell. They said a couple of days, so my guess it's probably this weekend. I'll keep you guys updated with a video, obviously, but if you notice, we're on our way now to the catacombs because there is something else that I need to show you guys. So give me 2 seconds here. So here we are at the catacombs boss being Biome. If you notice on the right-hand side, there is a lot of changes that were made here. For starters, Biome is no longer level 52. He's been increased to level 60, which means that all of his other stats as well as rewards have also been increased. This is now technically the highest level NPC in the entire game. Previously to this update, Biome's health was 52,003. That has been bumped up to 94,834. Previously, his XP reward was 8,000 XP. Now it is 9,200. And then for physical attack, he was doing 24,474, with the new one being 62,638. And pretty much every single number across the board has been increased. Same goes for the rewards. Essence, it was at 5,569 all the way up until 11,138. And now it's been bumped up to this. Really cool one is Stones of Priority. These have actually been increased as well. It used to be 5 to 47. Now he gives 7 to 62. One thing that has not changed though is the drop rates. They all are still the exact same. 0.1 for pretty much all of the weapons, with the 0.5 for all of the armor pieces that he drops, and then a 0.01% for Bone Crusher. Now, I'm not 100% sure for Tarantox and all of these other ones. I've tried jumping around from server to server, and I haven't seen Tarantox. It's a really farmed, and people usually jump servers to be able to get their hands on it. So I'm not surprised that I'm not able to find it. But if for some reason I am able to after I upload this video, I'll go ahead and update it in the pinned comments, all the information. If you would like to go around and explore all of the other different bosses, you can. I have a video here on the channel that I did 6 days ago where I showed all the rewards, drop chances, health, stats, everything of every single one of the bosses. You can kind of cross-reference off of that video. I'm actually super glad I did that video. But man, things are starting to look a little bit better. Yes, it does suck that we took a bit of a damage hit, probably due to the dupers. I don't exactly know if that's the reason or not. It probably has more to do with just PvP and how unbalanced that was. But over the course of the next couple of days, we are going to be seeing more changes as far as balancing changes for both PvP and PvE. So brace yourselves. Don't try to invest too much of your materials into anything or try to swap your build as of the next couple of days. Wait until these balancing changes are added, because if not, you might be switching to something that is not that good. You're going to regret it, and you're going to want to have to get more materials to switch back to potentially what you already previously had. Either way, man, I promised you guys that I would keep you updated in my streams on what was going on, and I would upload a video as soon as we got any type of information about the new update or anything of that sort. So I wanted to go ahead and get this video out. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to get it out earlier. I'm gonna keep it $150 with you guys. I had a haircut appointment, just got home right now. Either way, man, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel for more Devas of Creation content. I appreciate the support, man. I will see you guys in the next one, as well as in today's stream. Take care.